Now let's see why variables are so important and so useful. Now let's go to our older example where we have created a variable called Murthy, which is equal to 1 2 3 4 5 6, and then we're printing the variable named Murthy. Okay, if I save this and if I run this program using Python 3 hello.py, if I run this, it is printing out 1 2 3 4 5 6. But what instead I can do is I can just print 1 2 3 4 5 6 itself, isn't it? If I do this, if I run the program, this will also give the same output. But why am I saving it into a variable? Why am I even using variables? Because in the real world scenarios, most of the times you take input from the users. For example, let's say I want to take input from the user. Input is their name, and then I want to say I want to print out their name. So for that, how I can do that is I can say name, a new variable, is equal to, I can take input from the user. What about this input function? We'll see in future lectures, but understand that this input function takes input, and I write enter your maybe username, and as soon as they enter their name, what I want to do is print their name. Okay, the name is stored in this name variable, so I want to print that. Okay, now if I save that, as soon as I run this program, what happens is it'll ask me to enter my name, and I can say it's Murthy, and then it'll print out Murthy. And if I run that again, if I say my name is something like Rahul, it'll print that Rahul again. So because you don't know what user is going to give you as an input, your whatever value it is, you're storing it in a variable instead of printing hard coded value like Murthy. Because see, your application will be used by a lot of people. You don't know what is the name of that person, you don't know what he's going to enter. So instead of hard coding their name, you're saving their name which they are giving as an input into a variable and then printing the value out. This is one use case of variable. This is how variables are used for if you don't know what value is going to be printed out, if you want to store that value in a variable, and then if you want to print it out, you can use this kind of methods. You can say a new variable is equal to some value, and then you can print that variable. And there is one more big use case for this variables is, let's say when you have thousands of lines of code. I've created my own web application for giving you this example. So let me open that web application that I've created using Python itself, using Python and Django. So this is the website that I've created. So let's say this is an Apple website. So let's say I have new launches, new phones, popular products, and best selling. So these are all the 4 pages that are present in this website. But if you observe that in all the 4 pages, the thing that is common here is this iPhone whose value is 60,000. See, this is not the original Apple website. This is the website that I've created. Okay, these are not the original prices. So if you go to each and every page, this iPhone's value is same. So I'll show you where is the code for that. And here I have opened the code. This is views.py. This is where the code is present. See, this 60,000 says that the price in the first page. Okay, so this page, and then for this page, this 60,000 says the price, and this is the for page 3, and this is for the page 4. Let's say in future the iPhone's value has come down to 50,000. Now as an administrator, I want to decrease the price to 50,000. How I can do that is, first if I want to change it in first page, I have to go here and change it to 50,000. If I do that only once, what happens is only in the first page it will get changed, and in the remaining pages it will still be 60,000. If I want to change it in all the pages, I have to go to each place where I have stored that, and I have to change it. Now if I go to any page, it will be changed because I have changed it in every place. But because this is just a 4 paged web page, that's okay. But what if you have 100 pages? If you're working for a very big company which has 100 pages, if you want to go to each and every page, and if you want to change it to 50,000 and 40,000 manually, that's going to be a very hectic process. That's why what you can do instead is you can make use of the variables that we have talked till now. Let's say I want to create a variable named iPhone price, maybe. Okay, that equal to what is the current price, that is 50,000. Okay, now instead of passing this hard coded 50,000 here, I can just simply pass this. I can simply pass this iPhone price variable, which is like, I can say iPhone price. So what happens is, let me do that in all the places. So whenever you're writing the code, instead of hard coding the value, you can just say iPhone price. Okay, now if I say iPhone price, now if I save that, if I go back to my page, nothing has changed, isn't it? Everything is still 50, if everything is still 50,000. So but what happens is, let's say now the price has even come down to 40,000 again. Now as an administrator, if you want to change the price to 40,000, you don't need to go to these four places again and again. You can just simply change it to 40,000 here, and then if you go back to our web page, it is changed in all the pages, isn't it? See, in all the pages it went down to 40,000, but you have changed it only once. What is happening here is, whenever it comes across third line, it is saving that 40,000 is the value in the iPhone price variable. Okay, so whenever you go to sixth line, whenever you're saying iPhone price here, it is looking for what is the value inside the iPhone price, which is 40,000. So it's printing it out. So here also it's printing 40,000. So you have changed the value in just one place, but since you are using a variable, the same variable, whenever you change the value of this variable, that is also going to be changed here. For example, let's say now iPhone is unavailable. So what you can do is, instead of going here writing unavailable, what you can do is, you can just say unavailable. Okay, if I save that, if I go to my old page, this is saying it's unavailable. This RS is because there is some glitch here, so no problem, no worries about it. It's unavailable, it's saying unavailable. So this is how you use variables when it comes to big programs.